tell you what you gonna do. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Face of greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you gonna do. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Y'all ain't ready for none like us. PCW trouble to some of you stunting tough. When your best is not enough and everything's looking rough, you gotta push past it fast, ain't no stopping when it built like us. So catch your buzz, it goes along with those that shine bright. Through sweat and blood, I paved the road that glows in limelight. And rhyme tied and fight for whatever's necessary. Not temporary, we varied, invested very rarely. No time to be sedentary, everything else is secondary. Success and nothing less is what I expect till I'm dead and buried. Nearly clearing the ceiling when I face the crowd is cheering. Never weary or fearing as we chase our adversary. Face of greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you gonna. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Face of greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you gonna. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight.
Now we got this. It's scheduled for one more.
No. What do you mean? This guy.
Reeb Perfetto
It's the creepiest.
hold on, your boy.
Yeah. Perfetto is just, ever since we talked about it at Christmas Clash, he's been hitting up every single PrimeTime universe, trying to get us to break away from Zack, and I had the unfortunate assignment of interviewing our buddy Reeb Perfetto, so let's take it back right now.
Hey everybody, Buck James here, and I have the distinct pleasure, I think, of having Reeb Perfetto as my guest. Lee, we've talked a couple of times already, unfortunately. Tonight you're going against Caden Adams, and then you'll be competing in the Last Man Standing Rumble. How you feeling?
But James, tonight I go one-on-one with Caden Adams, and I'm gonna put him down, and he's done. After that, I'm gonna use that momentum, and I'm going to win the Last Man Standing Rumble. And I'm gonna go on to April 5th at Extreme Measures, the 25th anniversary, and I'm going to become the PCW Heavyweight Champion and take the title away from Zachary Reeb once and for all from this damn company, and I'm gonna be on top.
Back to you guys.
See what I said, Doc? Absolute creep. He followed me all the way out of the building.
Listen, he is trying to deceive you. He knows what it's like to be on the team of Zack Reeb. And what happens? You make stupid decisions like Zack Reeb. You run into a ring injured, you've got a cracked tailbone, a broken ribs, internal bleeding, and you have a 500-pound monster on your ass. Yeah, I think maybe Reeb Perfetto has a point.
So you want me to listen to him, even though he's a self-proclaimed rookie slayer of PrimeTime University?
Yeah, that's how you pay your dues. You go up against
I'll remember that.
Learn to lose early and often, so when you're later on in your career, you can win big when it's important.
Reeb Perfetto's been around quite a long time.
11 plus years.
Pretty sure I saw him at Extreme Measures back in 2016. My first event.
Well, Caden Adams, West Coast Dawg, as he likes to be called. I had an opportunity to talk to him backstage. Oh yeah, get your shot with the kid. I had an opportunity to talk to him backstage. Let's see what he had to say.
Folks,
Dr. Heywood here with the West Coast Dog, Caden Adams. Now, Caden, you should have brought your collar because the dog catcher is in town, and his name is Lee Perfetto, and he's promised to put you in the pound of PCW. How do you feel about being in the sights of this veteran?
I mean, I've made a lot of shocks in PCW. I mean, I'm really known for coming out on top at Last Man Standing. Should we flash back to when I threw over JMM?
Let's not say
Thank
we
you.
did.
Anyways, you know, tonight I need a stepping stone and I need to just move on from what's happened in the past previous month. And that's what I'm going to do tonight when I pin Lee 1, 2, 3. And then not only was that a get right match, but what better than to go on and enter the Last Man Standing and win it. And then I can main event the 25th anniversary of Extreme Measures. Doesn't that sound nice? I think it does. And that's what the West Coast Dog does. Thank you.
Well, the West Coast Dog thinks he's moving on up, but they don't let animals in the penthouse. Folks, back to you. Well, there you go. Caden Adams doesn't seem to be worried that an 11-year veteran like Lee Perfetto hasn't been inside. He thinks he's just going to walk through this and then walk through the rumble and come out this big champion that everybody's going to love. But like I said, tonight, Lee Perfetto is the dog pitcher, and he's taking the West Coast Dog to the pound.
Regardless of the winner of the match, whoever wins could use that momentum in the Rumble later tonight, and you never know, we could be seeing one of the future winners here.
Yeah, we could be seeing at Extreme Measures Caden Adams versus Manny Roa or Lee Perfetto versus Manny Roa.
Which would be extremely interesting as Lee Perfetto and the New Level teamed up not that long ago at Soul Survivor. Off the Chain Soul Survivor.
Off the Chain Soul Survivor, get it right. I mean, geez, you were there. Fans do not like Lee Perfetto at all. They're behind
Nobody
the West Coast Dog. I like Lee Perfetto.
Of course you do.
Lee Perfetto getting Karina Kyle to back off the excited puppy. He's all over eager.
Caden Adams out here, he's wanting to fight. He's wanting to get this match underway. But Lee Perfetto, he's going to make Caden Adams go at his pace. We got two 100%. Dogs in a dog fight.
The Big Dog and the West Coast Dog. Well, listen, you may call it creepy, but Lee Perfetto, he plays mind games. And for someone like Caden Adams, especially a young rookie, he's going to teach him a lot of lessons with these mind games. Lee Perfetto's almost like the threshing floor for PCW. He's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. And submission moves like this definitely see how much you want to compete.
But Caden Adams fighting out of this maneuver, reversing it into a hammerlock, into a headlock right in the center of the ring, and Lee Perfetto just can't get away, so he's going to shoot Caden Adams off the ropes. And Caden Adams shoving Lee Perfetto off into the corner, a big splash in the corner.
Lee had him set up for the dog, but he reversed it now. Caden Adams, a house of fire.
And Bulldog brings him down to the center of the ring. 1, 2, and he kicks out at 2. The West Coast Dog brings down the Big Dog, and it looks like he's a little rocked off after that. But now he's breaking at the eyes. Referee Karina Kyle admonishing him for it. He's got to be careful. 3-point stance by Lee Perfetto. Charges into the corner and delivers that big shoulder into Caden Adams' midsection. And delivers it a second time, pushing all that air out.
Lee Perfetto has learned to harness his viciousness in the ring, taking advantage everywhere he can. That's what makes him such a successful competitor.
Whips him into the corner, and Caden Adams is brought down. You can see the pain on his face. That had to have hurt. It looked like he hit just right on that turnbuckle.
Even though we have padding up there, there's still a lot of metal underneath. And Lee Perfetto throws the West Coast Dog right out of the ring. Full control of this match.
Like I said, Lee is a veteran. Not only will he get in Caden Adams' head, he's in the heads of all of these fans. I mean, he should really go into real estate with how he lives rent-free in all these food stamp folks' heads.
And Caden Adams fighting back, slams Lee Perfetto's head into the side of the hardest part of the ring. The forearm shot brings him down to his knees. But Lee Perfetto fighting back. It's just hard to see right now because the cameraman's in the way.
C-Ply, our big red-headed cameraman, if you've got him in your way, you're going to have to watch it on YouTube. Or Rumble, which is where we are.
That's the best place to watch it if you can't make it to an event. Caden Adams off the ropes. Big goes for a sunset flip. 1, 2, and Lee Perfetto kicks out of it.
Oh, caught him!
Oh, and then a big slam brings Caden Adams down. And Lee Perfetto venting that frustration towards the crowd. Goes for the cover finally. 1, 2, and he kicks out at 2.
11-year veteran like Lee Perfetto got a lot of moves in his toolbox, and over the years he can pull anything out like a Swiss Army knife depending on the situation.
Lee Perfetto trying to smash his head into the corner. Reversed, and Caden Adams smashes Lee's head into the corner, and a big chop pushes all that air out of his lungs. And that second time, oh, you could hear that thud from here. It wasn't even a slap, it was a thud.
Caden Adams pushing that count there in on the corner as far as he can.
Caden charging into the corner, but misses Lee. Forearm shots into the corner. Lee Perfetto shooting the Big Dawg, or West Coast Dog, off the ropes. There's too many dogs in this match. Caden Adams reversing it. The fighting, I'd imagine he was going for a German suplex or another roll-up.
Breaking the hold, Karina Kyle had him on a 4 count, doesn't want to get disqualified.
Off the ropes, goes for a clothesline, ducks it. Lee Perfetto grabs him from behind it.
Looks like a sleeper.
And a sleeper, but Karina Kyle's got to check his arm, make sure it's not blocking his windpipe.
And he's got those legs.
He's got him wrapped around Caden Adams.
Can't really see, but Brandon Johnson's bringing you the shot. Is Caden? He's fighting. He's fighting.
He's reaching for that rope, but he looks like he's just barely out of reach. And unfortunately, Lee rolls him over to the center of the ring where he has no chance of getting to those ropes. So he's either got to fight out of it or he's going to pass out.
This is that experience. Lee's got that ring generalship after 11 years. And it knows how to position Caden.
Caden fighting out of it, smashes Lee into the corner, trying to break that headlock. He goes for a second one and it finally breaks.
Lee tries to wrap it right back on, but
almost a judo throw into the center of the ring, and now we're back to square one between the two.
Desperation maneuver on the part of Caden Adams, barely got rid of it. Nobody home for Lee Perfetto.
Caden Adams brings him down with a big clothesline. He's telling Lee Perfetto to get back up. Elbow brings the Big Dawg down.
Caden Adams must have found a second win somewhere. Huge cutter.
A reverse neckbreaker cutter. He rolls Lee Perfetto over. 1, 2, and kicks out at 2. The frustration on Caden Adams' face. He thought he had it after that cutter, but Lee Perfetto fighting his way back up to his feet.
Lee Perfetto, he's got a lesson to teach.
Caden Adams getting on that cover quickly. 1, 2, and another kick out at 2.
what does Caden Adams have to do to keep the Big Dawg down?
He won't be able to put the Big Dawg down until Lee has taught him the lesson he has come to teach him.
At the moment, what is Lee trying to teach him other than laying on the ground and playing possum almost?
Just wait. I'm sure the Big Dawg has something in store for the West Coast dog, and you're going to say, oh, there it is.
Picks him up for not a vertical suplex, almost a corkscrew, but Lee Perfetto rolling out of the ring because that's probably the safest place for him currently.
Absolutely the smartest thing to do. See, you're learning something. You learn that when you take a move like that, you roll out of the ring so your opponent can't pin you. Karina Kyle up to a 4 count.
That's a 5 count, Doc. I thought we knew how to count.
When I was speaking, she was at a 4. She said 5 while I was in the middle of talking, jerk star. No! Caden Adams just went into that pole.
And with Caden Adams rolling outside, it resets the count. And Karina Kyle going back up to 5 now again. And Lee Perfetto trying to pick up the West Coast dog and throws him back in the ring. Both are looking extremely winded.
Well, this has been a
beat
grueling match for sure.
Lee Perfetto measuring up the West Coast dog.
There it is, send him up for
and done! Goes for the cover, 1, 2, 3. And Lee Perfetto picks up a big win against Caden Adams.
Like I said, Lee had a lesson to teach and he just taught it. The question's going to be whether the West Coast dogs learned it or not.
Now it looks like I'm going to have to keep an eye out for more social media accounts from Lee Perfetto and continue blocking them. Absolute disrespect by the veteran by kicking Caden Adams out of the ring.
Holding up the 3-0 right there. 3 victories since he's returned.
And telling the fans they're
era.
Lee Perfetto calling for the mic from Zack Bay.
These people need to shut up. He has something to say. Rude.
3-0 since my return. Tonight, in the Last Man Standing Limelight, I'm going to become the Last Man Standing.
Lee Perfetto making a bold statement here, but he's been making that bold statement on social media for the last month or so.
I hope you're watching Zack Reeb.
Zack Reeb's probably in the hospital.
It's over. You're done.
Regardless of his team up with New Level, I don't think it matters if Manny Roa is still holding the title by then if he's got to face him to win that time.
Hey, listen, when Golden's on the line, I've said it before, there are no friends, there are no mentors, hell, there's not even family. Lee Perfetto going 3-0. His first victory got rid of a very nasty problem I had in this company, so I'm always in Lee's debt. I'm a big fan of that man. And we'll be back after this.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to an Omar's exclusive. I'm your host, Omar Scoops Carrington, and I'm here in Blakesley Manor with the one and only, some would say unstoppable force of PCW wrestling, Bad News Blakesley, who just 6 months ago was a rising star. But then came the loss of a title and a temper tantrum that some would say, deserved or not deserved, has been aimed at Zack Reeb. Bad News, what is going on with the relationship between you and Mr. Reeb?
Not a loss of a title. That's what everybody forgets. Not a loss of a title. A screw job out of a title.
That's true. I remember the referee very well. Was carted out.
Yeah, it was his first and his last night here. And as far as Zack Reeb, he should have been the first one out of that curtain, ready to restart the match. But no, I'm not one of his butt buddies. So he did not come.
Is that why this feels so personal between you and Zack? Because you feel like he slighted you?
It's personal because he's the one that held me back. He's the one that had me playing with all the kids, had me handing out glasses at one point. He's the one that held the monster at bay.
Now, is this the shadowy kingpin infiltrating throughout Zack's organization that you told me I was going to get the exclusive on?
I promised, and I deliver.
So the scoops. Mr. Kingpin, gotta ask you, man. You took a very nice person and turned him into a monster. Why cause all of this destruction? Why is it so personal for you?
Because it's time. Zack Reeb held this man down long enough. Now, I will unleash the monster on PCW. And the whole world will tremble.
Well, folks, you heard it like I heard it. Sounds like there's a little bit of bad news in PCW's future. I'm Scoops, here with Bad News Blakesley and the mysterious Shadow Kingpin. We'll be back after this.
Well, folks, Dr. Heywood here, back with Wild Buck James.
And Zack made in the ring.
Do I have your attention? Y'all want to continue? I said, do you want more PCW? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time the PCW champion, the last king of professional wrestling, Manny Roa!
Look at that, Doc. Manny's actually here tonight.
All the plebs in for a treat, and the last king makes an appearance. Stand up, you are in the presence of royalty, and the king walks into the room. Yeah, stand up.
Go ahead and stand up, Doc. I'm completely content with sitting in my seat.
Such disrespect, folks. Don't be like guys like Buck James. Don't be like guys like Zack Reeb. Be like the diamond standard of commentary, Dr. Heywood, who shows proper respect for royalty, for a king, for a champion, a fighting champion.
Well, Doc, this fighting champion actually had a chance to talk to him earlier, so we're going to throw it back there right now real fast.
Hey everybody, Buck James here, and I'm with the PCW champion, the last king, Manny Roa. Manny, tonight, Christian Skies has his match with Dickie Dakin. You got Rayshawn Prince defending his Inter-California Championship tonight against Nathan Brick. And you're just content with sitting back here, just hanging out?
Content? Buck! I don't know what your highest level of mathematics was, but you see me, I'm a pretty smart guy. You gotta be smart when you're the king, you know? Today marks 365 days. That's one whole year for those of you who can't count. Of me as the greatest PCW champion of all time. So you know what, Buck? I am pretty content. But you know what? I'm a giving king. I like to give back to the people. Buck, you know me. I'm a giver. So you know what? I decided that today for my celebration, I've got something special in store. But you know what, Buck? You and everybody watching is gonna have to wait till I get out in that ring and let you know what it is. But you know what, Buck? Drinks on me tonight, 365 days, 1 year, let's go!
Super excited. Can't wait to drink. Ha! Back to you guys. And there you have it, Doc. You know, perfect as always. Last king, Manny Roa.
Listen, I'm still a little salty at you for sharking my interview time with the king. I used to be his exclusive journalist. I used to be the guy who answered all his questions, who asked all his questions. We had a great rapport. You came in and spoiled it all.
I'm getting the good assignments now. I'm getting all the fun ones.
Stand up and pay respect to the champion. Manny Roa won the Last Man Standing Rumble last year in spectacular fashion, and right after challenged the champion Rick Luxury.
I can see it on your faces. You're all here to celebrate my year-long reign as the greatest PCW champion of all time.
Yes! Woo!
Doc getting way too excited. I'm amazed his pants are still on.
I don't jump my pants at every championship belt like you, fella.
How I was going to celebrate today.
But I pay respect.
I thought, what can I do? Do I enter the Rumble and win back to a back Rumble to get a night off? Just to spite Zack Reeb?
Oh, please do! Oh, Manny, that would be a great announcement.
No. I couldn't do that. Because you see, I am a generous king. I don't fear a single person back there, so I decided, you know what? I'm going to give one lucky soul a chance to win his Rumble, and I'm going to give him one chance to cash in his lottery ticket and try to dethrone me.
Giving that competitor a fast trip to extreme measures.
You know what, though? Even great champions need tune-up matches, so that's exactly what's going to go on right now. I'm going to have a tune-up match, so you know what? Anybody in the back, any single person that has never challenged me for this title,
Ask and you shall receive. Here comes the Nightmare Sid.
Sid returned! PCW Kickstart, and now he's here answering the King from You know, Sid said he retired because of personal issues. We gotta wonder if those issues are resolved, if he's...
There comes referee Chico Lopez.
Well, I'm really excited to see the Nightmare, one of the most violent bands in PCW.
Manny Roa not liking that Sid accepted his open challenge for the PCW Championship.
I mean, he did say someone who's never challenged me before, and, you know, to the best of my knowledge, and there it is, he's not a wrestler, he's a brawler. He's a barroom brawler.
He is a contracted wrestler under PCW.
He doesn't wrestle. He doesn't put people in shin blocks. He takes baseball bats and kendo sticks.
He is not a wrestler. I am a professional wrestler.
Yes.
I am the greatest professional wrestler PCW has ever seen.
100%. Yep. Sid shouldn't qualify for this. He's a barroom brawler. Manny wants a wrestler.
Well, we know what the crowd wants. They want to see Sid win this title
Well,
tonight.
they're all sinners.
And get fast track right back to Extreme Measures main event.
Manny, I don't need to say anything. They said it for me.
And yet he's still saying something. Just say it.
They're saying in your face, which is where I'm gonna put this.
Oh, come on!
And that. And if I find something in the ring, I may do that too.
That's not wrestling! Chin locks, leg locks!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest
Come on!
and it's scheduled for one more.
Manny trying to get out of the ring.
The PCW Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Grid City, weighing in at 365 pounds.
Big man.
Nightmare.
You know, Sid comes from Grid City, but I hear that's also where they make cream of wheat.
From Oroville, California, weighing in at 255 pounds, the last king of professional wrestling. He is the PCW champion, Manny Roa.
These Oroville people hate Manny Roa because he's the only good thing to ever come out of this godforsaken town.
They're not liking their hometown hero, and I honestly don't blame them.
Yeah, because he's someone who pays taxes instead of leeching off the government teat.
Manny Roa just not wanting to let go of that title.
Well, Chico Lopez is handsy.
And this match is official and finally getting underway. The Nightmare Sin versus Manny Roa, the last king of professional wrestling, for the PCW Championship. And Sin answering the call of Manny Roa's open challenge.
And it's been a long time since we've heard the chants of Sin's gonna kill you. Oh, and now he's asking if the plebs want to see weapons. This is a wrestling match. You use a weapon, you're gonna get disqualified.
That's Sin's choice if he chooses to use weapons in this match.
Well,
but he's a lot smarter than you give him credit for.
He will fast track himself right out of the main event of Extreme Measures 25, and he'll have to compete in the Rumble.
Manny hightailing out of the ring.
Yeah, Manny's playing this smart. He's going to take the champion's advantage, take the count out, keep the belt, let Sin have his Pyrrhic victory. You can look that word up to PH, not an F, with a Y, but not what you think. Why isn't Chico Lopez counting?
I'm actually amazed he's not counting, but he also knows that maybe that's what Manny wants. He wants to get counted out so he can just take the title home.
Well, his job is not to psychoanalyze the champ. His
Manny
job
trying to jump to Nightmare, but that plan didn't work out too well. Manny Roa, even though having the body of a bodybuilder to,
Well, listen, it is not smart to go toe-to-toe with someone like Sin unless you have the size of someone like Bad News Blakesley. Manny Roa does have a lot of strength and power in that compact frame, but he's like a Sherman tank. He's not made to go one-on-one, fist-to-fist with Sin. He's a wrestler, not a brawler.
Last King slowly making his way back to the ring. Sin giving him all the space that the King requires. A fake out charge scares the champion back into the corner.
It didn't scare the champ, it just made the champ use his strategy.
Manny Roa asking Chico Lopez to check Sin.
Well, I mean, come on, that's a logical move. Sin always has thumbtacks or razor blades or God knows what, hidden who knows where.
And now Chico Lopez rightfully checking the Last King, but Sin actually calls it off.
I've said it many times, one of the scariest instances I've had was being a fan in the front row while Sin was in a three-way hardcore match with Propane and Mike Shue. Sin throwing some close fist jabs at Manny.
Now busting out a little bit of martial arts. What's even scarier is that I believe that he could do it.
I think Sin is just playing head games with the champ, and
Manny pie-facing the challenger.
Manny wants to wrestle.
I don't think that was a good idea.
He doesn't want to play these games.
Once again, Manny Roa hightailing it out after a light shove.
Sin's a genetic anomaly for sure, but it's a long time since he's been in the ring. And honestly, I mean, yeah, he helped out Mike Shue at Kickstart, but he's not a wrestler. And Manny's a very technically sound guy. Manny doesn't get in there to brawl.
Definitely has a slow, methodical pace about him in any of his matches. But this, making a big proclamation here against Sin. And finally, a collar and elbow tie to start this match off. Two big bulls going at it. Sin easily shoving off the champion.
5 minutes have elapsed in this contest.
You know, Manny may come up a little short in the power game. That's why he's going to have to rely on his technical prowess. Honestly, one of the few weaknesses Sin has.
Manny Roa trying to get him in a waist lock. Sin rolling out of it.
Just
very agile for the 6-foot-plus monster.
Well, he just has to throw his body weight around. I mean, he outweighs Manny by a good 50, 60 pounds. Yeah, Manny's done playing games. Take your belt, go back, take a nice hot shower, celebrate with Rayshawn, his 12 consecutive Inter-California Championship wins. You don't need this, Manny.
Chico Lopez trying to back Sin off once again, trying to get Manny back in the ring.
Again, not doing his job. He needs to be counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. Chico hasn't even got to 1. Maybe Chico can't count.
Oh my God, Sin!
Whoa!
Suicide dive under the Brass King! Good Lord! That was like seeing a meteorite fall out of the sky.
More like deep impact. That's the same kind of impact that killed the dinosaurs, and Manny Roa just took that forearm straight to the spine.
And that thud could be felt all the way over here across the arena.
And you do not want to be outside the ring with Sin. This is Sin's home. He specializes in outside the ring antics, grabbing chairs, grabbing whatever's under the ring.
And both competitors make their way back in the ring. Manny Roa a little worse for wear, possibly out of breath too. The forearm shot rocks the big man. And regardless of size difference, a forearm from the champion is going to rock anybody on this roster.
Manny's got Sin a little dazed there, taking advantage where he can, as you have to with someone like Sin. And I don't want to hear nothing about no dirty tactics, because Sin's as dirty as they come.
Whips the champion into the corner. Big clothesline. You can see the ring moving. There's a lot of mass in the ring right now, lots of muscle.
Absolutely. You're looking, gosh, probably nearly 600 pounds in the ring.
Big
maybe
spot
over.
kick. Rocks the champion. He probably doesn't even know where he is at the moment. Sin firmly in control of this championship match.
These people dying for a hardcore match. Oh, big cannonball coming!
Oh my goodness. Smashes the champion into the corner, rolls him out, goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5 by the champion.
I tell you what, I've been to Disneyland 3 times, but I never see cannonballs on Pirates of the Caribbean like Sin delivers. Oh, he's calling for an end.
This could be the end of Manny's reign.
Come on, Manny.
Off the ropes, the champion ducks a clothesline. Both come off the ropes.
Oh my goodness!
God.
Double cross body.
2 locomotives crashing right into the center of the ring. Carnage.
The late great Gorilla Monsoon coined it. Irresistible force meets a movable object, and you just saw it in action right there.
I'd imagine if you were accidentally stuck in between those two going at that rate.
Oh!
Manny going for the slam, but Sin easily blocking it.
Trying to get him up in the,
Ooh, and an eye poke.
Like I said, Sin's as dirty as they come. Manny tried to fight out of that Uranagi Sin was setting him up for.
Manny going for his own, and he brings the Nightmare down.
Manny Roa digging deep as he
goes for a pin. 1, 2, and Sin just kicks out at 2.
I thought we were going to see Manny Roa get the second ever pinfall on the Nightmare Sin, almost as if the golden seal had been broken. when Rick Luxury pinned Sin off the chain in 2022.
Seems like a lifetime ago, Doc.
Absolutely. We are going on 4 years of the Heywood era as we slide into 25 years of PCW.
Oh, and a low blow to the Nightmare Sin.
And there it is. Oh, got him.
Manny Roa rolling the Nightmare over, goes for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my.
And the Last King prevails.
Somehow, some way. Well, not somehow.
Like I said, I don't want to hear anything about dirty tactic. Sin is as dirty as they come. He's as dirty as a Washington politician. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Manny Roa taking issue with the way Chico Lopez raised his hand.
Chico Lopez knows something's up, but unfortunately, he can't do anything at this point. Disgusting.
Hell of a way for the King to celebrate 1 year as PCW champion. His win against Rick Luxury last year, absolutely historic. And his win tonight against Sin is absolutely historic. Manny said, Sin, I'm not scared of you, and he just showed why he's not.
The great equalizer will bring anybody down, including the 7-foot monster, Sin.
Well, Sin isn't quite 7 feet. I know he might put the fear of God into you. It seems like he's 20 feet tall, but he's just a man. And Manny Roa proved it tonight.
With a shot like that, I'm sure Sin is having a really tough time trying to gain his wind back.
Well, Sin will have another opportunity to compete against the King if he can win the Last Man Standing Rumble tonight. That Battle Royal will feature 30 men. Over the top rope, the Last Man Standing goes on to extreme measures 25 to take on the last king of professional wrestling, my friend and former broadcast colleague, Manny Roa.
If Sin can manage to pull off the win tonight at the Rumble, at least he'll know what to look for next time when facing Manny Roa.
Listen, Manny is not going to go to the well twice. This is the smartest man in pro wrestling. Oh, and he's coming over here,
of course,
to talk to us. Go ahead, you can take his headset, Jim. An honor to see you work, King. A historic win for you tonight. I did. Amazing. No one can do that but the PCW champion, the Last King. How's it feel to be adopted, punk? A historic night. Last year he won the Rumble and in spectacular fashion defeated Rick Luxury on the same night. The same night. Tonight, a historic win delivering the second ever pinfall to the Nightmare Sin. Another history-making night.
It was tough talk, but it really wasn't.
It sure wasn't. Another walk in the park for the King. That's all the time we have for this week. Next week, be here for the 30-man Last Man Standing Battle Royal.
Saturday night, March 9th in Red Bluff, California. PCW takes over the Tehama County Fairgrounds for Road to Extreme. Get ready for a heart-stopping, bone-crunching, adrenaline-fueled night
full of wrestling. This is the final stop before the biggest event of the year, Road to Extreme 25. Go to PCWNorcal.com to get your tickets now before they sell out.
You're looking at the greatest PCW champion of all time, the last king of professional wrestling, Manny Roa. And you're watching PCW Limelight. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.